Westworld.
Right. Everything is lawful. Westworld. The pressure on. I remember bringing nothing home. Make it little just to make it known. Steady, ready, better watch your tone. When I was 5'7", I was breaking. I had a 5'7", now I want the chrome. 9/11, I was in my zone. Lose the argument or lose your dome. Keep cool, ain't no running up. Damn, now I'm coming up. They coming to kiss me, you dumb or what? You drawn, you done enough. They told me don't rush it, just wait my time. Paying attention, I see the signs. Coming right to me like Amazon. No time for distractions, I'm on the grind. Little shorty, your ticket, she knows she fine. Got a couple of so never mind. They throwing the shade cause they know I shine. Reason I'm going in overtime. You stuck in your ways, you keep fantasizing. I just go get it, don't think about it. Don't make it an issue, it ain't a problem. Not too much talking, just organizing. One Westworld, no way around it. Heavy, so you know I'm grounded. Too sturdy, I'm well rounded. Tunnel vision, I don't see a challenge. Get a minute, I'm killing it. Case closed, I don't need a gavel. Know you hate it, don't even matter. New page, still the same time.
People might, but just never forget that I do not. Always have that fresh in your mind. That I feel absolutely nothing for your pain and your problem. Because I know that all of your pain and problems are a test to make you stronger.
I live in a world where we coincide. If you're not ready to stay inside, you drown in a wave, or you gonna ride. You stick to the end, you get glorified.
Seeing if you're gonna step up into what's world, you're gonna run.
You stick to the end, you get glorified. Let's make it official, I'm one of them. One of the greatest is no exempt. It took me a minute to figure it out. I was struggling, get it made a man. I shuffled the deck and I played my hand. Just give me a reason to put them on you. Didn't believe that I had me a vision. Should I believe that you niggas loyal? We giving up game, they fumbling plays. I'm tired of talking, I'm racked out. Before that we started, they tapped out. I jumped in my duffel and blacked out. What you witnessing is elevation. Glory road to my destination. The haters, it's a celebration. And I put that on my reputation. When the fall, this a demonstration. Get sick and I know they hate it. One Westworld every season. Hot boy, this dedication. I'm giving game, I don't need favors. Go against us, you won't see the danger. You ain't family, you a damn stranger. I'll beat your ass, I don't need a baker. I don't got time for excuses. I'm plotting on making the killer. I'm getting the feeling, they know that I'm coming, I'm running. Let's get to the business. I was still playing my post. Taking the rim like diesel. Don't run with too many people. I don't feel none of us equal. None of us equal.
And there are some brothers and sisters that know that so much, they would never leave you. They would never abandon you. Since you have to stay alive here, they'll stay alive with you.
I live in a world where we coincide. If you're not ready to stay inside, you drown in a wave, or you gonna ride. You stick to the end, you get glorified. You stick to the end, you get glorified.
They're one West. 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 They're one West.
Kill the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans getting locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died, y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew, you a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum, a gun that would die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth, I had to make it clear. How Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947, your menorah got 9 sticks, it's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world, Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs. Bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you litter. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. UPK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard, they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all tryna make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he get them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, this what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know this an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ, they the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas, they a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth, niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4, I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews. They are not. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity. That's where God's chosen people are.
Okay. Homie, I've been...
There's a king that's coming back to save our people. Now, we should be preparing ourselves for the return of our king, not stuck up in these denominations and religions that's destroying our people and destroying our nation.
So when we are in this kingdom and our brother or sister is doing wickedly in this kingdom, we must tell them, look, the world is expecting you to stay docile, to stay stupid.
That's what Christianity teaches our people. Teaches our people to hate one another and love the oppressor. Like, we'll never forgive one another for anything that another brother or sister do to us, but we'll forgive the oppressor in a heartbeat. There's something wrong with that, man.
Imagine living your life as a whole Christian your whole life, and life's good because you're a Christian and Jesus is white and everything's going great, and there's a landslide and the earth opens up and you go downstairs and you walk through this place and you see a black Jesus, man. Why is Jesus Christ black with an afro in the catacombs, man? This predates the Renaissance period.
So when you read the book of Genesis, the trees in the garden with other nations, a leaf, what does a leaf do to a tree? Cover the tree. So Adam took the covering of another nation. What's the covering of another nation? Their culture. So when the Most High saw him and said, yo, Adam, where are you, man? Why are you? Don't mean I can't find you. It means like who is this nigga? But where are you, man? I don't know you.
Okay. So the Ba al Banya Yasha'ala wa Amarath al Ham wa Aidya Yahweh. The Ba means speak. Al, when it's joined with something, so al Banya means what? Unto, right? Excellent. So al, when it's joined with something, means unto. Banya means children. Yasha'ala is Israel. So unto the children of Israel.
Like, if it's one thing a hoe gonna do, a hoe gonna hold. But you ain't, she can't hold if there's nobody to hold with. And the thing she said at the end, where she said, I went back and I lied to him and he still wouldn't do it. And then she threw up her hands and she said, well, he'll just be a brother. That's what he need.
That's
brothers.
Right.
If we have more brothers, hoes like her wouldn't have no outlet.
There was a man in the land of Oz, his name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright.
There you go, the man called Job. I think Job is what that afflicted. And that man was perfect and upright, meaning what? You can be perfect, man. Job was a man like everybody else, man. Job wasn't no angel, he didn't come from the heavens, and that man was perfect, meaning what? You can be perfect in the Bible. Being perfect is in the Bible.
With me, had fringes on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith that y'all know Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain above 50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause the niggas getting foul, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow.
Shalom Israel, Shalom, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua Barakatham to all the brothers, Yahweh Shema Ilatham Bahashem Yahushua to all the sisters. We are the ISUPK, started out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. Since 1969, we've been bringing out the truth about the Bible and bringing the so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans back to our original identity, back to our original culture and our original language. We have classes all throughout the week, as you all saw by the promo. We also have On the End radio show tonight, you know what I'm saying, from 9 p.m. till 11. I believe it should be on. If it ain't, don't quote me. So like, here we go. Brixton camp tomorrow, so I wouldn't be surprised if, you know. But, you know what I'm saying, we also have camp. We're going to be in Brixton today. So if you're in the UK, if you're in the London area, make sure you pull up to Brixton tomorrow. We'll be at the camp. Also, make sure you check out Real Time Revelations. It's a show hosted by myself on TikTok. Live on TikTok every 2 p.m. on Sunday. All right, so Sunday, 2 p.m., you can catch my show live. We get into all types of battles, you know what I'm saying, all types of conversations and topics. It's a Real to Wild show. And all the other classes throughout the week. Today's class is the Lashawan Qadash class. Is where I teach brothers and sisters how to read, write, and speak biblical Hebrew. All right, so without further ado, we're going to get into the class. First things first, I'd like to do the attendance. Kyla, can I get you to state your name and your registry, Baba Kusha?
Khan. Kyla Bath Yahawada Ban Yasharala.
Mosiah Christ. So Kyla Bath Yahawada Ban Yasharala. Mosiah Christ. I see also brothers and sisters are putting their registry and they're checking in the comments. For anybody who's still working on obtaining your Hebrew name, also make sure you fill in the attendance sign-in sheet. Okay, you can find it. I believe you can follow the link through our Facebook. It's required for any ISUPK benefits, including the Hebrew name. So if you haven't got a Hebrew name yet, you're doing United Days, you're studying to become a priest or a princess in this truth, and make sure you fill in that attendance sign-in sheet. All right. Also, I see brother and sister checking in. So we got Raib Kwa, Shalom sis, Yahweh Shema Latah, Bashim Yahushai. My sister put a registry, Raib Kwa, Bathra Alban, Ban Yasha'ala. Mosiah in Christ. Good to see you as always. All right, then we got this brother here, Ira, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah, Mosiah in Christ. We got a sister, Yahweh Shem Alatah Bashem Yahushai, Rebel Officer Adayar out of Houston, Texas, Mosiah in Christ. All right, let's see here. As you'll come in, make sure you state your name and your registry in the comments. All right. Let's see here. Also, we got the young man Corey. Said yes, please put Yaquab is okay, I feel you. All right, no sweat. All right, so the young man Corey Yaquab Ban Yahawada Ban Yashala. All right, no sweat. All right, we got the sister Marisa, Shalom sis, Yahweh Shema Tabashim Yahushai. Registered Marisa Bath Ban Yamyan Ban Yashala. Mosiah Christ. We got Ira put his registry in there as well. Ira Ban Yamyan Ban Yashala. All right, so let's see this comment as well. Mosiah Christ. All right, so without further ado, we're going to get into tonight's class. To start, Kyla, could I get you to recite the Hebrew alphabet for me, Baba Kusha?
Han. A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka. Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I. Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Da.
Mosiah in Christ. Excellent. Right, so as the sister just recited the Hebrew alphabet. For anyone who doesn't have this sheet and you want to start learning, make sure you reach out to your camp leader. If you have a Lashawan Qadash teacher in your zone, they'll have it. So reach out to them. Or if you want to reach out to myself, contact us by Facebook or email. You'll find the Facebook and the email in the comments. The same way, if any brother or sister wants to join these classes live, like you see Kyla, like you see other students coming in and out, make sure you contact us, let us know your name, your zone, and the name of your camp leader. All right. Also, if anyone wants any like study materials, I had some people request some study materials. So if you do need any study materials, by all means, just let me know and we can get those round to you. All right. So also for anyone who might not know how to state your registry, the way you do it is you'll put your name, then you'll say either Ban or Bath. So Ban meaning son or son of, Bath meaning daughter of. Of course, brothers will use Ban, sisters will use Bath. The tribe in Hebrew, then Ban Yasha'ala. Okay. All right, so that's how you state your registry. All right, so today's class, we're going over some more phrases that we're going to learn how to say in Hebrew. All right, courtesy of Kayala, got a lot of very, very good suggestions, and I definitely wanted to do this class to go over these suggestions, all right, and translate these into Hebrew. Okay, so scroll down to our long list of phrases. Most High in Christ. This list getting real long. All right, and we're going to start. So over to you, Kayla. What is your first suggestion of the phrase you want translated in Hebrew?
I want to know how to say the phrase or the question. Can or will you tell me how to say blank in Hebrew?
Okay.
Like how to say that phrase itself.
I understand. So can or will you tell me how to say, and then whatever the phrase is in Hebrew. Okay. Right. Okay. So can you tell me how to say blank in Hebrew? Now, the way you'd say this was looking into the phrases. I know oftentimes I would previously use ha'am, the phrase ha'am, to can you do something? Is it the case that you can do something? And I was looking it up, and ha'am is more of a modern Hebrew word, whereas you don't really find ha'am as a phrase biblically. So I wanted to go, as we always, we're going back to the ancient, we're going back to biblical. We don't want anything that has the oppressor's influence, the Yiddish, the Jewish man's influence. So I found out how you would say this, like if you're asking asking this type of question, right? It's called like an interrogative question, where you're asking, it's like a yes or no type situation. Like, can you tell me how to do this? It's more of like a yes or no. So the way you do this is you add the preposition ha attached to the verb, right? So instead of saying ha'am, then the verb, so on and so forth, you just say ha, the verb, and so on and so forth. So the way you'd say this, you got ha as the preposition, which is known as a, what was the word it used earlier? It's a, I'll find it on the way it said that word. It's the question marker. Is that the one? Hold on.
The interrogative thing?
Interrogative, yeah. So it's way down. I've done a lot of research prior to the class, so I wanna share, I'm saying, what it is I found. The word was it's a what is the damn thing? I'm going too deep into it, but I think it's a interrogative particle, right? So it turns a verb into a yes or no question, right? So it's basically, instead of saying this person did this, it's like, did this person do this, or is this the case, or did you know, or can you, or will you tell me, right? So the way you do this phrase, now the word for tell also, I can show you here, because of course we have like dabar, which means speak. We have dabar means like to speak, to proclaim, that sort of thing. It can refer to the actual speech itself. We have amar, which means to say, but there's a word which means like specifically to tell. All right, the word is this one. This is the one, nagad. All right, so nagad is a word, you see it's used as tell 222 times. So it means to tell or make known, right? So this would more be the word we're trying to use. Like, can you make known to me how to say this in Hebrew, right? So this is the word, this is the root of the word we're going to use. Now, the way you'd say, like, you tell, or you like reveal or declare, the way you do it is ha, and then you do fa, which makes it future tense for like you are going to do something. You do fa gayad, and it shortens this verb nagad to gayad, and this ya here is causative. It basically, like, say if you had dabar, meaning to speak. If you was to do dabayar, it would be to cause to speak, right? So this would be like to cause to make known, if that makes sense. And that's how it's written, where you have the phrase like to tell, right? To tell me, or, you know, so on and so forth. It's written as thagayad, right? So what we got here, we got ha as the interrogative particle. We have thagayad. So this is how you'd say, like, are you going to, or like, not necessarily are you going to tell me, but will you tell me, right? Or can you tell me? You're like, yes. It's like just almost say, tell me how to say this, yes or no. That type of thing, right? So ha thagayad, and then
Salakia.
go ahead.
Did
I'm
you
still
start?
sharing the things, right? So ha thagayad, okay. So that would be like, will you tell me, or will you reveal, is what we got so far. And then to say me, right? So we're saying, will you tell me? To say me, what you do is you put la ya, right? What this basically means is, will you reveal to me? Well, that's that was it so far. Will you reveal to me, right? And then you'd say how. Okay. Now the way to say how, you got two ways to say it. You have ma, and you have a phrase ayak or ayaka, right? Now ma is more typically used to say what. It can also mean how. Whereas if you're asking like how to do something, like you're not asking like how is, or what is this, or what is that, or how is this, or how did this happen. You're asking how to do something, like you're asking it to be explained. So in this instance, you'd use ayak. Okay, so you'd use ayak, which is a ya, and a ka. And you'd write it out like that if you write in the English letters, right? So we have how, and then to do, like to say, you would do la amar, right? La amar translates to say. Okay, and then you would say whatever the phrase is, and then in Hebrew, to say in Hebrew, you do it as like, you can either do ba ibaria, I believe it would be in the feminine in this instance. So ba ibaria like this, or you could do ba lashawan ibariath. And that would be the more proper way to say it. That would be like in the Hebrew tongue, right? So the one I would put it as is ba lashawan ibariath. All right, so that would be, can you or will you tell me how to say blank in the Hebrew tongue? Okay, so that's how you'd say that phrase. So ha thagayad, ha thagayad la ya, ayak la amar, blank ba lashawan ibariath. Okay, so that's how you'd say that phrase. All right, excellent suggestion. All right, also let me check here. A young man checking in from California, Michael Banya Howard Banya Sha'ala, Most High in Christ. Like to some study materials, what do you use to email in the chat? Khan, if you email isupkuk@gmail.com, I can get the study materials sent to you, or you can reach out to us on Facebook also, just ISUPK United Kingdom. All right. But I think the mean, either one is fine. Either one is fine. So, again, the way you'd say the phrase, can you tell me how to say? So, ha thagayad laya, which is like, can you reveal to me? Ayak la ama, how to say. And then whatever the phrase is, ba lashawan ibariyeth. So in the Hebrew language or the Hebrew tongue, or you can say ba Lashawan Qadash in the holy tongue, which we know the holy tongue we're referring to is Hebrew, right? So however you want to phrase that. Okay, you can either do Lashawan Ibariyeth or ba Lashawan Qadash. Okay. Any other suggestions? Also, it's like before we go into that, if anyone has any suggestions of any words or phrases, questions, answers that you want translated, put them in the comments. All right, and we'll get round to them. All right, back to you, Kayla.
Do you remember what I told you?
Do you remember
or said to you?
Okay. Do you remember what I told you / said to you? Okay. So, or you could just do like, do you? Yeah, I mean, yeah. I said to you. So, okay, so do you remember what I said to you? And again, these are questions. So let me put a question mark at the end. Okay, so the way you'd say this phrase, do you know what the Hebrew word for remember is?
I want to say zakar, but
Zakar.
I feel like that's the whole word.
Okay. Zakar is the root word to remember, right? So the way you'd say this is, again, we're going to use that interrogative particle, right? So we're going to use ha, and then we're going to use zakartha, right? Now, zakartha would mean like you remembered, right? Now, in the Hebrew, again, like past, present, and future, it's really perfect tense and imperfect tense. The perfect tense is it's already happened, and the perfect tense is already happened. The imperfect tense, it hasn't happened yet, or it's either happening currently or going to happen, right? So we're going to use the perfect tense for this one because it's something that's already been told. So really, like it's like saying, did you remember? Right? Did you remember? It almost makes it past tense. It would be kind of said the same way, whether you're saying do you remember or did you remember. Unless if you was to make this like present tense, it would be like, are you remembering what I said to you? And that's kind of, it's just not really how we naturally say it, right? So we're going to have ha zakartha. Okay. Now to say what I told you or what I said unto you, the way you do it, you would use, we're going to use the direct object marker, which is ath, right? Does anyone know what the word ath means? Go ahead.
It tells us what the verb is applying to.
Exactly. It tells you what the verb is applying to. So now then what's going to follow is what it is that we're asking if you remembered, right? So ha zakartha, ath, and then we're going to say like that, you would say ashar. Now ashar is a word which means which, or it can also, it's translated in different ways depending on the context. So the way you translate it in this phrase is either that or that which, right? Or what, if you're going to shorten it. But it'd be more like, do you remember that which, and then we learn how to say I told you or I said to you. Okay, the way, if we're doing, if we're saying, we could use either the bar, if we want to say like, do you remember what I spoke to you? You typically probably use amar in this case. Do you remember what I said to you? you can also use, like say you explain something to somebody, like how we just used the other word for tell or to reveal. You could use that word if you're saying, do you remember what I like revealed to you, or do you remember what I told you in the context of like taught you, right? Do you remember what I taught you? That would kind of be the context. So obviously, taught is lamad, and you can use that word specifically. But if you're just saying told in the context of something that you revealed or explained to somebody, you could use nagad, right? In this context, we're going to use amar. Okay. Now, to say I told, Kayla, do you know how we'd say that? What we do to the verb to make it past tense to say I did something? And if you want me to go over to the verb tenses, by all means, I can.
Past tense. We add thaya at the end.
Exactly. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go there anyway, just for educative purposes for anyone who doesn't know, right? So when we went through verb tenses, like past, your present, and future, how to say these phrases, to say I did something, you add thaya at the end of the verb. Really, let me actually replace these three, because this is the class this is the area of my little whiteboard that I use when I'm teaching, like translating phrases. Let me replace these three with the updated three, because with that one, it's like you're not required to use a subject pronoun with each of these. It would be only if you're like emphasizing the point. So let me use these ones instead. Let's move this over here. Okay. Right. So just to show with the verb tenses, I didn't copy the. Hold on. It's just copying the text boxes. I want the little thing with the background as well. So like here. Is that the? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Give me 1 second. This again. Okay. So the context to say I did something, you would just say lamad thaya, not lamad thaya. You would add thaya at the end of the verb. So to say I said, it would be amar thaya, like how we added tha to zakar. Zakar tha would be you remembered, right? It's something that's already happened, right? And this is how we change verbs depending on who it is that we're talking about. Did, is doing, or will do something. Okay, so for a past tense verb, you add thaya to the end. So to say I told or I said, you would do amar thaya. Amar being the verb to say. Okay, so amar thaya. And then how would you say to you, right?
La atha, or no, it would
So think about like how we did
use
to me earlier.
it would be ka, right? La ka.
La ka, exactly. Well done. All right, so Marthaya la ka. Okay, so the preposition la meaning to, and then ka is a shorter way to say you. Okay, so to say, do you remember what I said to you? Azakartha ath ashar amathaya la ka. Right? Do you remember, or did you remember that which I said to you? Okay, so that's how you'd say that phrase in biblical Hebrew. Let me also put the question marks at the end of these. Okay. Okay. Hold on one second. Just got a question. If you could give me the next phrase whenever you're ready, now I'll write it down.
Khan. My next one is, can you help me, please?
Can you help me, please? Okay. 1 second, so I get back to count. All right, cool. So, can you help me, please? Okay. Can you help me, please? All right. Can you help me, please? And then there was also, I believe there was a phrase which was like, can you help me with this? Right. Okay. So let me do both phrases. Right. Can you help me?
Or Salakia. We could probably just make it one phrase.
Can you help me with this, please? Okay.
And then whichever part you want to take out.
Exactly. The order. All right. So can you help me with this, please? Okay. So again, we're going to use this ha. Right. So it's like, is this the case? Almost like how we would use ha'am before. In biblical Hebrew, we would just use ha. It turns it into like a yes or no question. So the verb we need is help. All right. Now, help in Hebrew, do you know what that word is?
La'ah.
La'ah. The word for help is izar. All right. Izar. Now, there's a specific way to say help me. All right. You can see references of that all over the Bible. The way to say help me, it almost joins izar and anya. Right. And it's izaranya. Okay. So the way we're going to do can you help me? Now, again, we're also saying you, right? Can you help me? Right. So the way we do this, we of course have ha, which is the interrogative particle. Then the way we'd say like you are going to do this, or you will do this. So it'll be you future tense. You add a tha, right? The same with tha gayad. Right, so ha, tha, and then the verb would be I, zar, anya. All right, I, zaranya. Let's see, I want to see if I can find a written out version. Let's see, I think I actually have an example of this phrase written like this. Give me 1 second. Here. Right, so this is in Psalms 119 and 170. What is it? 176 or 175. Right, you can see here. And may your judgments help me. And it's Izaranya, right? Or it's Ya Izaranya, which would be like he shall help me, or it shall help me, or it help me, right? So to say, thou help me, tha izaranya. Okay. Then to say with this, the way you'd say this, you use the preposition ba. All right. So ba means in, on, at, or with. Right. So the simplest way to say with would be ba, and then you'd say za. Right. Za is how you'd say this. Okay. So baza. And then you just say please.
Salakia.
Go ahead. I'll just share my other thing. The water. All right. To say so bazaar would be like with this, and then you'd say Baba Kusha to say please. Right. And Baba Kusha literally breaks down to in request. Right. You could also use the word and the phrase na'a. Now, this is more like in the context of like I pray thee, right? It's more like you like you can use this like if you're praying, like please, I pray thee, this, that, and the third, or you can use it if you're asking for help. You could absolutely use na'a to say please. Okay, so ha hatha izaranya, Baza Babakosha. Or Hatha Izaranya Ba'a, can you help me with this? Na'a, meaning please, or I pray thee, or Babakosha in request. Okay. All right, so those are 3 really good phrases. Let me see here. Check if there's any in the comments. So set the water. Peace, family. Do you have any DNA evidence of Hebrew ancestry? Now, when you say DNA evidence, what do you mean? Like, you do understand that there is an oppressor that enslaved the Israelites, took them in slavery, took them from their identity, their language, their culture, and like DNA evidence, you have to have live DNA to match something against somebody. Like, so to say, do you have DNA evidence of Hebrew ancestry is kind of a weird question. All right, you can find our history, you can find that we fit biblical prophecy, but if you're somebody who needs DNA evidence to to claim whether we have ties to Hebrew ancestry, then I would implore you to ask the Jewish man whether he has any evidence, because we fit the description of the Israelites, we fit the prophecy of the Israelites, we fit the history of the Israelites. They don't fit any. So I would prompt you to ask that question to those people. All right. Also, shalom to, I can't tell if this is a brother or a sister. Shalom to yeah, but it's like I don't know which salute to do, so I'm gonna just do Lord of Christ. All right, let's see. All right, shalom to the it's a brother from the other day, I believe from London, Most High in Christ. All right, Salakia, sir, a little sidebar in Hebrew. Do we ask questions the same like in English? Since you put the question mark, there, and I know we speak different in Hebrew. That's a good question. It's a good question. I mean, like when you see the when you see questions being asked like in the resources, it adds a question mark. So I would I don't know if a question mark was used in like the scrolls themselves. I don't think that would be the case, because obviously a question mark is a modern, like it's an English mark, right? Or not really English, but I don't know where that comes from, whether it's Latin or whatever. But that question mark for a question, that's more of a modern thing. I just put that in there to show that it's a question, and you kind of say it in like a questioning type tone. Like you wouldn't say it as a statement, you'd say it as a question. So it's kind of understood that it's a question by the way it's said, and also by the certain tools you use, like this ha here as the interrogative, right? Where you're asking if something's the case, or you're asking like a yes or no. So I if we talking about the scrolls that the Old Testament was written on, it wouldn't have a question mark on there, if that answers your question. All right. Also, let's look at this follow up. The last word of a question sentence. So like last word of a question sentence would be like prolonged. I believe that's what you're saying. So like here, is that the case in Hebrew? It would just be said in like a questioning type tone. I don't know if it'd necessarily be prolonged, but it'd be said in a sort of like a question tone. Like if you was to say if I was to take the phrase, if I was just to say the eyes aranya bazar babkosha, or even not babkosha is a question. If I was to say the eyes aranya bazar, that would be you will help me with this. If I was to say ha tha eyes like it, ha tha eyes aranya bazar babkosha, it's more said in a it's more inquisitive at the end. I don't know if there's a if you can tell the difference I'm saying in the tone. Is he asking like Babakusha or Na'a? That also is a good indicator that this is a question, it's a request as opposed to a statement. Okay. Also, Shalom, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh, no side cry. That helps me out. It's a brother. The side, oh, no, this might even be the same person as the before. Shalom to his brother, Nasai, Allah, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh, Mosiah in Christ, Mosiah in Christ. Well, no sweat. We're good to go. All right. We also have a question I missed from the sister. Let me get this here. Slaki Adwan, is there a word for orange, like the fruit, and would we refer to the color as the same way? That's a good question. Now, I don't believe, I could check it because I did a class on colors. Let me refer to that class. I don't believe there is a word for orange. Let me see. Colors. I can certainly check it. Oh, no. It says no Hebrew word for it. Right. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Literally, there's no Hebrew word for orange. If I look on here, it might have just not even really been a fruit that was about where we was at. Let me see. If I look up orange here, am I gonna come up with anything? Nah. Yeah, you don't really get any results. So there's not really a Hebrew word for orange. You could probably say how would you say something is like red-ish? Like if it's closer to a darker orange, you might say reddish, or you might say yellowish if it's like a lighter. Let's see if there's a way to say reddish in that way. Or yellowish. I may just be spelling it. Let's see. I do wonder. That's a good question. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that one. The colors here, I mean, you got the different colors for red, yellow, green, blue. I did here, I think I did the colors of the rainbow. Oh, let me check back. Is that what you were gonna say, Kyla? The water. Did all the where's Navy gun? Went somewhere. Oh, I probably didn't put it here because no. I don't know. Anyways, indigo and navy would fall under blue. Probably just did it like that. Violet, purple, you got black, brown, white, gold, silver, bronze. You could maybe say like a bronze-ish. Like you got this word here, nakashath, means like copper or bronze. Maybe that's the closest you got to orange. I'm not sure. You could say it's dark yellow. I don't know if that's a phrase, but however, there's got to be some way to do it. I'm sure, but I'm not. I wouldn't be sure myself how to say orange. Where was we at? We was just. Do you remember? Do you remember what I told you? Okay, so we right here. I was almost Earth, Wind, and Fire with it. Oh. Okay. What else we got? The comments is coming in. All right, hold on. Do want to get these comments for sure. I'm also in crisis at the water. When we had, like I said, if I may, how would we spell Enoch in Hebrew and what does it mean? Okay. Let me see. Enoch. Is that a word in the Old Testament? Let me see. There we go. Bar Enoch. Okay, so this would be the person. Where is it at? Oh, it'd be like Ayanak or something like that. Where is it? Enoch. Okay. So if I go into it, It comes from the root kanak. Kanak meaning to train or dedicate. The name, if you go into it, it means dedicated. Okay, and the way you pronounce this, if the root is kanak, the way you pronounce this is kanawak. Now, this could be, let me see. I want to see if there's any instance where it's just written as kanak, because you got to be careful with these Y's here, like the letter Y, because oftentimes that's something that the oppressor added to make vowels. Like this Y is like an O, I believe it's like an O or an U sound. And so it may just be, I mean, the root word here is kanak. I don't really see there being any reason to pronounce it differently. It's kind of whack. So I'll just probably pronounce it as kanak. Even you see here, it'll pronounce it here as kanok, which is that would be like the Jewish man's pronunciation. So I would just imagine the same with shalom, and then you put a separate word as shalom. Even you can see here, other brothers had the same name, kanak, and another one of the same name. So I would just pronounce it like that. Then, no sign Christ versus the water. Or Bob Kashar. You may meant to say the water. It ain't no sweat. Oh, okay. All right, so let's go back to where we was at. And let's see.
Kind. This one, I'm thinking about it again. I have the word soldier in the phrase, or I was thinking maybe I should change it to warrior. Do we have a word for soldier?
Let me take a look. I know soldier, like the word for warrior would be gabar.
I would probably prefer warrior.
Yeah. I'm looking at the word soldier. It's mainly in the New Testament. If I check over here, hold on, verb or noun. Yeah, this would more be like a host or an army though. Whereas if you're saying like an individual soldier, you're probably going to use the word gabar, like gabarium, if you're saying soldiers. What's your phrase though?
My phrase is, this is something that I would want to say like to a kid or something. That is excellent, warrior or princess. You did great.
Okay. All right, so that is excellent. Either soldier or
warrior.
Just put warrior. That's excellent warrior. And that's how we talk. Or princess if you're referring to like a little girl. What was the last part of your phrase?
You did great.
You did great. Okay. Slide this. Right. There we go. Okay, that is excellent. Warrior, you did great. Okay, so let me see. Let me see here. If I just look for warrior, and I'm gonna see if I find it in that like set in that type of way. Let's see. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise. Let me just see what word is used for this. Sa'an. Okay, Sa'an. This is a verb meaning to trample, so I probably wouldn't use this one. It'll be like one that treads type situation. Like you can make nouns out of verbs. You see this one. Malakma typically means like a battle. So let's see. What's the gabar? Let me search like young man or something. Or it might just be, man, I want to find that gabar word and see how it's used in that context. So let's see. We've got,
So specifically for Gabar. Gabar. Okay, so it means like man, mighty, man, child. Grab this one. Okay, man, mighty, man, child. So man, strong man, warrior, emphasizing strength or ability to fight. Generally a person, properly a valiant man. Okay, yeah, so you'd say Gabar. Yeah. Okay. So if we saying that is excellent. The word for excellent, we had done a word like that not too long ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. What was the word we had for excellent?
I don't think it was part of a phrase. There was a sister last week who just asked like 3 different words, and excellent was one of them.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So it'll be in here somewhere. Up here. Adayar. Okay. So excellent is Adayar. So if you're saying that was excellent, let me then go back down. Oh, that is excellent. Let me see. Let's see. So to wait to catalog this back also. Do some research on how to say that is excellent. Okay, so if you're saying you'd probably just say like excellent. Hold on, let me see if let me get this word out of yar. So excellent speech. Okay, let's see. What's used here? Oh wow. Fun things. Okay. And this adiyar, let me just get this word. It's an adjective, right? Probably just say what if I was to say, let me run this through like a Google Translate. Phrase that is excellent. Let me see. What if you was to say Hazah would be like this, and then if you was to say Adayar, could be a way to say like this is excellent. Oh, I missed in the this is awesome. This is excellent. Right. Yeah. So that I believe would be the way to say it. Like Hazah would be this or that. Then you'd say Adiyar. You say that after the noun as well. So that matches. So Hazah, and which is literally like saying the this, which is either saying this or that. Then you'd say Adayar. Say warrior is Gabar. To say princess is Shar. Okay. And then to say you did great. So, I mean, there's probably different ways to say great. You could use, I'd probably use the word Tawab. Tawab is good, goodly things. Pretty sure it can also be like great as well. Let me see if.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
I just thought of something. I think we've written something out like you've done well. I think we got that from a scripture once.
Right, okay. Let me see. Let me just search the phrase done well. You've done well, my good and faithful servant. So, yeah, this is what I was going to say. Aisha Yatha. Let me see. Because I was thinking Aishatha, which would be, of course, Aisha, the verb to do or to make. So that would be how to say do and then turn it into did, as in you did. It would be Aishatha. Now this one does Aisha Yatha. So let me see if we had got this from a verse. Let me see. I'm gonna search the phrase "Thou hast done well." And that's what we're saying. You did well. Okay, so okay, thou hast done well. Is that what I just searched? It's maybe I missed the T. Here we go. Okay, because thou hast done well. Okay, so it would be Ayan Ha Tayabath. Okay, so I think that's the one we had let me grab this word, because this phrase seems to be "thou hast done well." So well, good, goodly. Okay. Shayatha. Where did we get that from? Hold on. not that I doubt it, but I just want to get the reference. Go ahead.
On my screen you're frozen.
Frozen.
I'm gonna double check.
Salakia. We back. What we got? Yeah, it was frozen. Okay, can y'all see me now? Okay. Let me put this up as well so I can see the comments here. Okay. Salakia. I'm not sure at what point I cut off, but let me just go back. So we're looking at the phrase to say, you did well. All right, so let me share my screen again. And we was looking at over here. Okay, I'm to water now. All right, the water. All right. All right. Let me get down. Let's see if there's any other time that says that was done well. Search this. Or thou doest well. Well done. Oh, that's in the New Testament. Let me look up that phrase. I probably would show if it was in the Old Testament with the same thing. Let me see. Doest well. If thou doest well, when thou doest well to thyself. Okay, thou doest well. Let me see here. Oh, that's James. Okay. Doest thou to be honest? Okay. So it uses tawab or yatab as a verb. I believe this is a verb meaning to do well. So if we say or to do good or to be good, right? So we could just we don't have to use the verb do, we could just use the verb do well. Okay, so we're gonna turn this like you did well, but you just say yatabtha, I'm pretty sure. Let me see here. So yatab, a primitive root to be, causative, make well, right? Yeah, so if you was to say yatayab, then that would be you've made well. How does it do it as doest well? Wow, yeah, yatab, imperfect. Perfect, not in use. See tawab, a verb. Okay, hold on. Thou doest well. Fa yatayab. But this is in like in a future tense situation. If I just do either tawabtha or tayabtha. Let me take a look over here. If I say ta yab tha, what does this translate to? What if I do tawabtha? Good job. Right. Or you can even say a tha tawabtha, which would be like you. Nah, probably not what I'm say. Yeah, just tawabtha. Tawabtha is saying as well, you did well. So that's how you'd say it. It's the simplest way to say it anyway. I wonder where we. I'm not sure what we had. I can't remember what we had done last time when we did that one. But let me just go with what we got. So the simplest way to say it, say you did well. If or hold on, let me actually. So the verb here is yatab. So let me. What if I do yatabtha? Let me just double check against that one. In case it changes any definition. Ya tab you're welcome. Nah. Even in the verse example, yata yab. Let me try one more thing. Is either to waptha or I'm gonna try this here. If I do ya to yabtha, what does that mean? Okay. Maybe that's how you do it. Because it's okay. Yatab means to be well. If you make it causative, you've caused to be well. Or you've caused to be good. So I suppose that's saying like you've done a good job. Whatever it is we're talking about, whether it's like a painting or whatever it is you're saying you've done well is you've caused it to be good. You've caused it to be well. So I suppose you would use the causative, the main root verb being yatab, and then you'd say yata yabtha to make it causative. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Let me run this through. Let's see. See if this makes sense to what I'm saying. Make sure it's grammatically correct. Okay. Right. Like if I run it through ChatGPT, says, okay, the correct form. Is that what I put? I put ya to yaba, ya to yabtha. Okay, it says adiyar, the syllabic word, normally used to mean excellent in the modern sense. So what does it give me? It says za tawab. So you could say this is good. Ha yatabtha. You've done well. Okay. Well, what else? Tawab adabar. So the matter is good. Za adiyar. I mean, yeah, this here, biblical here would hear something like this is majestic, this is mighty, this is glorious. I mean, that is what we're saying. So I would use that adiyar. And adiyar means like excellency. So I would use that. The yatab part. So it does it as ha yatabtha, to be you have done well. Okay. All right. So it still uses the obviously yatabtha being the past tense of yatab to say you did well. And it's probably like this. Like ha is a preposition meaning the. So it's probably like it's like almost like saying in this you have done well. So I'm cool with that definition or the way of writing it. So the way we do it, hazah, you can just put za here, but either's fine. Za means this. If you also do hazah, it kind of means the same thing, this or that. Let me actually just do, we've done ha a lot previously, and this one isn't really necessary. So let me actually just do za adiyar. So that'd be this is excellent. This is majestic. This is glorious. Glorious would be a good one. Like this is glorious, warrior or princess. And then you'd say, in my head, you could just do Yatabtha. Let me actually ask why Ha Yatabtha, not just Yatabtha. Why? So like, yeah, I know I like my detours, but look, we gotta really understand what it is we do. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just give a answer that I'm not sure on. So let me see. Okay, the reason that high top the same verb. Okay. Okay. So it says the form hayatapta is the second masculine singular. Okay. So that's where you're talking in the second person, like saying you did this. Grammatically, yatabtha would be the all perfect you were good. Okay. Or you became good. Okay. Right. You have seen well. Yatabtha lava awath. So it is good. Okay. All right. So to say that was done well. Hayataptha. Okay. All right. So Yatabtha. Okay. So the root is Yatab. These things are added. This to make it to say you talking. You're not saying you were good. You're saying you did good. So that's why it's put that ha like this. The thing you did was well. The thing you did was good. Okay. All right. So the phrase that is excellent or this is excellent, warrior / princess. You did great. Za Adaya, Gabar, or Shara, Ha Yatabtha. Okay. Which will be you did well or you did good. Okay. Excellent. Also, like I said, brother was saying he can't see the whole screen. Which part was that? Can you see it now? Might have been when I was on the I looked it up on ChatGPT. I don't know if that was the thing you was talking about. All right, well, okay, let's carry on. Let's see where we are. We at 8:23. It's probably got room for about one or two more phrases. Probably one. Let's see. What else you got, Kyla?
Follow instructions, please.
Follow instructions. Okay. Please. Okay. And in this instance, you're really saying follow. I mean, you could be saying follow their instructions, follow my instructions. It was follow instructions. Okay. So to say follow, I believe the word for follow is something to do with a car. Now, a car means like after, behind. I believe it can also mean to follow. In the context of like what followed or what happened or what came after. So it's probably somewhere something to do with that word a car. For Ira as well. Yeah, you can put both. You can put Hazar or you could just put Zar. Either is fine. Either's fine. If you put Hazar, you're really saying like this. You're saying the same thing. This. So you can just put Zar for simplicity's sake. Follow instructions. Let me look the word for follow. something to do with a car. Let's see. Not willing to follow. Yeah, see, these are pretty much in the context of like things that are going to come next. Thou shalt not follow a multitude. This is one of the contexts we're looking at. So let's see. A car, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah. After, follow. So after the following part, behind, as a conjunctive, like after that, as a substantive in the part with preposition from behind, as a preposition or as an adverb. Let's see. An adverb is like it would mean behind. Let me get another example. Matter of fact, let me go here. That one follows a verb. Okay, cleave, follow hard. You lack, to walk, to go. Okay. Pursue, adopt. Okay. You would probably probably actually use the word shamar, or you would say like shamai meaning to listen. Like that's probably said a lot, like hear my instruction. Follow, I don't know if it has follow in that type of context. You'd probably use either shamar meaning to observe, to keep, or shamai meaning to listen or to hear instruction. What would more be the context of what you're saying, you think? Probably, I mean, either one really could work, to be honest.
What were the options again?
Shamar meaning to like observe or to keep, or shamai meaning to hear or listen.
Probably shamar. More to keep, like do as you're told kind of thing. Like you can hear me, but like is you following what I said kind of thing.
Yeah, so it's more of shamar. So follow instructions. You would say shamar. Now, I'm not sure if there's a Hebrew word for like instructions. If you're saying like do what I say, you would. I just typed the word follow. I'm tripping. Shamar. You could probably say like keep keep my words, observe my words. Say my commands. Let me see, instructions. Let me look for the word instruction. See if this is in here. Maybe. Yeah. There's a word for instruction. Seeing thou hast hated instruction, to know wisdom and instruction. Let's go here. It's 3 words. Masar. Okay. Masar, discipline, correction. Okay. So it's more in the context of correction, which, I mean, that could work. Like observe, properly chastisement, figuratively reproof, warning, or instruction. So yeah, that's the context of what we're talking about. Okay, so here is mawasar. Okay. From the root yasar, meaning correction of children by their parents. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what we're talking about. Let me see. If I speak not with your children which have not known, which have not seen a chastisement. Chastening. Okay. So what if I was to say Mawasarya? Sar. I think this is another one. Yeah, Musar. Probably just Masar. Masaram, which would be their correction or their discipline. I think you need this Y here. Okay, hold on. What if I was to say, let me look this up, Shamar? Let's see here. Shamar and then La. Let's do Mawasarya. Keep your morals. That's damn near what we're saying, but I think that's a modern translation, whereas what it's really saying is keep my messages. Shamar. Let me add these dashes, see what this does. See, Google Translate. I'm gonna use both. Let me see. What if I was to say do this on ChatGPT? I want to see if this makes sense. You're gonna give me the reason why it's wrong. You're gonna give me the breakdown on that. Let me see. What was to say? Okay, Shamar meaning keep or observe, right? Mawasar meaning discipline, correction. Mawasar, Yah would be my. Yeah, so keep my instruction. Yeah, Mawasarya. One correction, omit the la. Okay, so I don't need the. Why was I trying to put la here? I don't know, actually. Just follow my instructions, right? Yeah, so Shamar Mawasarya. Now, with this word, what I omit, I mean, if I'm seeing, see Asar, Asaram, Asaram, I mean, yeah, I think I can confidently take out this this wa. I mean, we have a version as well without the wa, which is the same thing, instruction. So that would be the root, and they come from the same root. Following spelling is supported by the Strong's. Yeah. Let's get this word. Same root. Yeah. So it would be Masar. So Shamar Masarya, right? That would be my instruction, my correction, right? Now, to say please, yeah, I would more use yeah, if you're gonna say please, you'd use like the Baba Kusha if you wanted to add that, right? So Shema Masarya Baba Kusha.
Salakia.
Oh, it needs to be back over here. Salakia. That was what you're gonna say? The water. All right, so Shamar Masarya Baba Kusha. All right, that's a good question. Or in Deuteronomy 28, where the Lord laid down the deal. Okay. There it says, if you do the laws, so we may be able to get it from there. Okay, I get what you're saying. It's like, therefore, keep my commandments. Keep my commandments. You could also use that one, like if I'll say, keep my commandments. And you could say that, you know, your rules is your commands, it's your commandments. So let me just look this phrase up. Commandments. Exodus, Deuteronomy. This phrase: keep my commandments and live. So Shamar Matazawathia. Okay. So you could also say that. But if you're saying instructions, Masar is like in the context of instruction, correction, discipline. Like if you've been corrected, listen to what I've corrected you about. You could also say follow my commandments. That would also kind of be a form of that's like before, after the the mess up, after the mess up. All right, so you could also use Matazawathya, which would be my commandments. I think I need all it is the at the end. Okay. So whichever way you want to say that, Shamar Masaria, Shamar Matazawathia, Shamar Matazawathia. And if you want to add the Baba Kushad, me as a man, I ain't adding that Baba Kushad. I'm gonna just say follow the instructions, follow my correction. But what I'm saying, since there's more, more nice with it, more polite with it, more feminine, which as is your prerogative. But for brothers who want to use this phrase, you can go ahead and omit the Baba Kushad. This ain't suggestive, when the father's talking. You feel what I'm saying? All right, so yeah, Tobit. I mean, Tobit could have been a good one, but Tobit, the Apocrypha. I don't think we have the. I haven't seen a resource that has the Apocrypha written down in like the like a concordance like that or interlinear. So oftentimes I can't really use the Apocrypha for like sentences or phrases. Okay, let's see. We at 8:37. Let's go ahead and move toward the vocabulary. Okay. Is anything you're still writing down or anything like that? Or are you good to go?
I'm good to go.
Okay, we'll sign Christ. All right, so we're switching over, sharing our full screen. Give me 1 second. We'll go through. I think we're starting in Deuteronomy 10 and verse. What is it? Verse 9. Yeah, 10 and verse 9. All right, so let me get. It's loading. Deuteronomy 1, Deuteronomy 10. Chapter. Okay, that's good to go. All right, so Deuteronomy 10 and verse 9. All right, so we have, first word we have is isle. Isle is a form of preposition. What does isle mean?
Over, upon, or against.
Over, upon. It's typically, I believe it can mean against. Yeah, against. I would use it more of the context of like over, upon, and like above. Against. Let's see. What was it? How much time does it mean against? 500 days. 536 times. Let's put that in there. All right. Over, upon, above. These are like the same kind of words. So yeah, that's probably why we have it as that. Over, upon, or against. And in the context of against, it's typically like either resting on top or like something along those lines. Then we have Khan. Okay, Khan is a type of word is this? It says adverb. Adjective, adverb. Okay. Yeah, so as an adverb, it's like thus or surely, rightly. As an adjective, it's more like so, right? Well, rightly as an adjective. So let me see. I'm just showing it to ADJ and ADV, adjective and adverb. It means yes. And it's like simplest form as a would that be an adjective? I mean, it means, let me put thus, so, set upright. Right. Therefore, surely, so, therefore, as well. Okay. Then we have la'a. Say negative particle. Basically means no, not, or the negative of what's being said. We have haya. Haya is a verb meaning, what does haya mean?
To be.
To be or become.
Okay.
No sweat. You're absolutely right. To be or become. See if there's any other definitions. Come to pass, to be, exist. Also kind of falls onto to be. Let's see what is most prominently defined as. A5 became, become, came, come to pass. Does it need to feel like what times would be for exist? Yeah, it'd be more like it came to pass or and there was that sort of thing. So I'll leave it as become, to be or become. I could also add come to pass, if that helps with the definition as well. All right, then we got lawyer. All right, so we got la as a preposition, which means what?
2 or 4.
2 or 4. Then we have lawyer, which is a name. So it's a noun, name. It's the name of Levi. It means joined to me. We have kalak. Kalak is a portion or a part. I think I recall this word as like to divide or split in half. It can also be a verb. All right, so kalak. This is a noun. And we'll get the verb version as well. All right, kalak means a portion or part. Let me just get the portion mostly. Okay, portion or part, or share. I probably put part to simplify. Like it's not to share, but a share. I mean, we have that it's a noun, so they'll simplify that. Probably, it's not really necessary. Then let's get the verb as well. Kalak. As a verb means to divide, to smooth, to apportion or separate, to divide or share. So yeah, that I suppose falls into that too. Divide and uses the word apportion, which is literally like to distribute. Portion, divide. Let me use the phrase like share out. Or don't think I like that word. Let's use apportion since portion is in the in the noun version. Divide, apportion, and yeah. I think I'm cool with that. All right, then let's get back to the verse. Okay, we have wa nakala. Okay, so wa nakala. So we have wa as a preposition, and then we got nakala would be the word. What does wa as a preposition mean?
And or a continuation.
Exactly, and or a continuation. Then we have the word nakala, which is a noun. Nakala. And inheritance or possession. Something inherited. Yeah, inheritance mostly. Portion, possession 7 times. So inheritance or possession. Okay. Then we have I'm, which is a preposition. Now, this is the one earlier I was saying I'm can mean like with or together. And let's see. Could be used as an adverb or as a preposition. So let me do that as well. So I'll do prep for preposition and adverb. With, together. This is defined as against. Okay, decide before. Let's use against here. Okay. Then we got akyawa. The root here is ak, which is a noun. Alright, ak as a noun means what?
Brother.
Brother. Okay. And so akyawa. Akya is like the plural. You could say akya or akyam. Oftentimes it's shortened to akya. And then akyawa would be like his. So if you have wa at the end of a word, so as a suffix, it will mean either his or him. Like if you say gave a portion lawa, that would be to him. Okay, so it means either his or him. Yeah, ak means brother, used in the widest sense of literal or metaphorical. So he was like a brother to me, or your physical, blood brother. Okay. Okay, then we have Yahweh. Yahweh is a, keep doing noun or name. I could just do a proper noun. Proper noun explains that this is like a name or like a what's the definition of proper noun? It's like a name or a place, something like that.
A person, place, or thing.
Yeah, that's the word. But no, I think that's just a definition for a noun. Let me look up.
Is a proper noun that's pronoun? Is it shortened to that?
A specific name, place, or thing. Is that what you had just said? I'm tripping.
Yes, sir.
I'm tripping. But like a, maybe it's like a specific, because yeah, and it would begin with a capital letter. Yeah, I suppose thing like July. That's a, but like table wouldn't be a proper noun. It would just be a noun. If that makes sense. Yeah, like river, city, boy, month. But if you're talking about these are proper nouns. Okay. Here. All right, so this of course is the Most High. It's the Most High's name. His name means he is, like he exists. Using that like Haya word, Hawa is a version of Haya, right? So his name means like he is, like when he said to Moses, I am. What he said to the people was that he is. That's his name. That's his reputation. All right. And we have Hawa. What is this type of it's a pronoun? All right. So this word means like he or it. It can mean like if you do it as like she as well. You'll see here can also mean she. Where you have she, it will do. It's a version of this word like he, she, or it. She would be written as haya, but it's the same like root word. All right. Okay, then we have nakalathwa. Okay, we have this word already. Ka ashar. All right, so let's get ka as a preposition, which means what?
Like or as.
Like or as. Then we have ashar. I always forget this. A conjunction, I'm sure I'm gonna say it is. It's a calculation connectively. It's all types of words. But let's do it as a even a relative particle of relation. It's like what it is we're talking about, or just a conjunction. Yeah. Let's do it as a conjunction. Okay. In its simplest form, it means which. Okay. Then we have so as, which, or as that, like we did earlier. As we have the bar. The bar is a word which means to speak. It's a verb. To speak. If you go into it, is there a noun version? I think you can just form this word as a noun, meaning something that's spoken, like a speech, a matter as well. You can use it to say a matter. I think it's probably, let me have a quick look. The back, okay, let's go the other way. So we've got the bar as a noun, as a verb, then this will be the bar as a noun. So let me do that since we're here. The bar as a noun would be, it could be a word, matter, speech, things spoken, that sort of thing. Command as well, figuratively, some, his word, his promise, his word, it can mean all these things by implication, right? So it's a word, or by implication, a matter or thing spoken of. Okay. Then we have, let's go back to the verse. Okay. We have Yahweh again, then Alahayaka. This would be your God. It comes from Alahayim. And so Alahayim, a noun meaning God or gods, meaning like powers, judges, rulers, that sort of thing, right? So if you go into it, divine being, God, gods, mighty, judges, there's like a power, ruler, like a judge, but not really in the sense of like a human judge, more like a divine being. Okay. We have ka here as a suffix. What does ka as a suffix mean? If you put this at the end of a word.
You or your.
Exactly. So it could be you. I'm gonna put your or you, since I did the other one as his or him. Then we have lawa, right? So this is the example of it being used as now a pronoun, right? So this would be to him, lawa. Okay. All right. With that, that's verse 10. We at 8:55. I think we right bang on time to close out. Let me see if there's any other questions in here. right. Right. The brother said follow my instructions or else type beat. Yeah, exactly. We ain't really saying about Kashah over here. not for the brothers at least. All right, follow my instructions or face the consequences. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's see what's good to go. Shalom to the brother of some Ramak, checking up in Baltimore. Yahweh what else we got? What's a noun? If you don't mind, a noun is a thing. It's a thing, a person, or a place. Like a dog, a table, a phone. It's just a thing. There's like a verb. It's like a doing word. Adverb is a describing word. That type of thing. Shalom also to Sister April. Shalom, Sis Yahweh Shema Thabashim Yoshai. I thought I checked in earlier. Maybe I'm tripping. I might have been running from yesterday. All right, no sweat, no sign of Christ. I think that's everybody. All right, what I'm gonna do real quick. Let me read the announcements since we have a couple minutes of time. Let me stop sharing my screen. Grab the announcements real quick. All right, so these are the ISUPK security announcements. So we at the ISUPK started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. Rules for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months period in which the brother and sister will court each other. And after the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10, means 10th in the Hebrew. Ma'ashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give that to the treasury department or the teacher. There's also a priest fund, which is a free will offering for any priest. A donation is not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations. Let me see if I can grab this, find this quick. Every time I say I'm gonna add this thing to my favorites, I feel like I fail every time. My memory, I'm never got dementia at this point. No sweat. Y'all check the bulletin board in the hallway in the schools. Check the calendar for the next high holy day. And all Akim and Aquathian, remember to check bulletin board in the hallway. And if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, like boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarves. And with that, I'm Madiam. I'm gonna go ahead and salute out the brothers. I'm Madiam Shabbath. I'm Madiam Barak. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatham. All right, Yad Yamata. Sisters stand. I'm Madian. Salute out the sisters. All right, I'm Madian Shabbath. I'm Madian Barak. Yahweh Shema Alatan Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shamar Alatha Bashim Yahweh Shai.
Mosiah Christ. Yad Yamata. Class dismissed. All right. So water everybody again for tuning in. I appreciate all the comments. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it all. Remember to check out On the End Radio. Should be streaming tonight at 9 till 11. Also, we'll be in Brixton Camp tomorrow. And check out Real Time Revelations every Sunday, 2 p.m. live on TikTok. All right. With that, Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Barak Thumb. Now I'm gonna struggle to find the now I'm gonna struggle to find the outro. Don't worry, I got it. We're gonna get it right here.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're